Hey YouTube, how's it going? Venomman20 here tonight. Tonight we're going to do something a little different. I, in my 10 years on YouTube, have never uploaded a frequently asked questions video, FAQ video. Tonight that's different. We're going to go ahead and upload this. I asked you guys yesterday to give me some questions. I think I got about 11 questions, so we're going to go ahead and go through those. Right here on the table we have a Gila monster, one of two American venomous lizards. Well, I guess a Mexican bearded lizard ain't really considered American now, is it? Anyway, doesn't matter. The Americas, there we go, cleared that up. Anyway, let's get right into it. I went ahead and screenshotted the questions, so we'll go to the beginning. Have you ever been scammed on a snake? That's a good question by Jordan Little. Yet again, sorry to anybody. My reading isn't the best, so if I get your name wrong, bear with me. But Jordan Little, have you ever been scammed on a snake? No, not really. The last king cobras I got, I was not pleased with those at all. But to say I was scammed, he never really sent me updated photos of the animals. So therefore, kinda. I mean, the original picture I got, the animal looked a lot better than the animals I got in the mail or through Delta Dash. But I guess it is what it is. Now, I did get scammed one time on a crocodile. I ordered a Siamese salty hybrid, which is the king of crocs. For some reason, they're a lot like a liger. They just don't have that stop growth hormone, or at least that's speculated, because like UTN, they just get massive. These guys get monstrous. But I ordered one of those from a guy and never got the animal. Didn't get my money back. If you're ever going to buy a reptile, make sure you pay through PayPal. That way you can do a rebuttal. Anyway, got that out of the way. Next, we have Venom Wonderful. Ask, why do you have so many reptiles? I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with reptiles. I love reptiles. You know, this is pretty much my only hobby. You know, besides bowling, I do enjoy bowling, but I never get out to go bowling anymore. I don't have much of a social life. I'm not trying to get, you know, oh, it's so sad. I'm pretty happy with it. Really, I like reptiles. People, I don't necessarily like. You know, a lot of people don't like reptiles, and that's the main reason I don't like a lot of people. Only good snake's a dead snake, a lot of people say. I disagree. So therefore, I don't go out much, I don't do much, I just feed and clean reptiles, and honestly, it's happiest life. It's what I dream of. It's when I go to work, all I think about is reptiles. It's just pretty basic, you know? I've been around reptiles my entire life, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Anyway, next question. I'm going to kill this one. Gary Ralston, he wanted me to do a couple 5 most potent venomous snakes and like 5 most aggressive venomous snakes. I hate using the word aggressive. I always say defensive because I've never seen a snake come out after me. You know, I've been handling for, well, venomous I've been handling about 15 years now, and I've never had a snake come at me without me deserving it. You know, if it gets back into the corner and I keep hooking it, of course it's going to come at me. It needs to defend itself. It sees no other way out besides to bite me. But anyway, I can work on those videos. I don't have any up right now. Anyway, let me go on. Jordan Little again. Is there a snake that scares you too much to where you wouldn't deal with it, more or less? He said for him it's Taipans. For me, actually, the coastal Taipan. Come back here, bud. You're the star of the show. Oh, I know. Come on. Oh, don't be getting moody. I might have to put you away if you keep... Okay, we'll just hold you. How's that? There we go. Okay, so coastal Taipans make me pretty nervous. And the reason coastal Taipans make me nervous is they actually are so strong that they will flail. And they say, I know a lot of statistics are wrong, but they say about 90% of coastal Taipan bites are to the shoulders and chest area because they throw themselves so hard when they strike. They're quick. They are really quick. I remember at 18 years old, a friend of mine kept venomous. I actually got up close to a cage with a Papuan or Papuan Taipan in it, the canny eye, and I got real close, and when he pulled the blanket back, because the snake was always wound up, it hit the glass 3 times before I could react whatsoever. The snake was fast. I don't condone free handling, and I know sometimes he does, but Tim Freed seems like a nice enough guy and everything, but he had put a Facebook post that he had been bitten by a Taipan. He does a lot of self-immunization, which is injecting himself with snake venoms to become immune. That's kind of controversial, but we ain't getting into that on this video. He unboxed his Papuan Taipan, or Papuan Taipan, and he got bit before he even got it out of the bag. He said, wow, fast. He's like, faster than black mambas. And I've worked with black mambas. They are quick. So I can't even put that into perspective. So that snake makes me pretty nervous. Anyway, next one. Paul Noakai? Nope, that ain't it. Nokia. Paul Nokia, close. Sorry if I'm getting your name wrong. What would be the least favorite snake in your collection to take a hit by? That would actually be part number 5 to my Flying Vipers video. I'm not going to tell you what that snake is because that's the buildup. That's the ender right there. And it very well could be the ender. They're a terrifying snake. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Sorry, I'm not going to answer your question here today. Next one is Zachariah Godlord. Not exactly sure how you pronounce that. Very sorry. Which end do they bite from? Of course, they bite from this end, the head end. But sometimes that's not always the worst thing that can happen. If you see my last video, like with the Jamaican boa, if they musk you, it is horrible. It will ruin your week. Taking a bite from that snake's like, it happens. But to get pooped on, it's just a bad day. Anyway, next we have Jordan Little again. Have you ever been scammed on a snake? Actually, I already answered that question. Captain Charisma. Do snake species always need to be kept separated? That's a great question. Anytime you answer a husbandry question on a reptile video, everybody's going to argue about it. I don't mind having a discussion. Let's not argue in the comments. I think for the most part, it is better to keep snakes separated at all times. Now, if you see a zoo and they have 3 eastern diamondbacks instead of the same cage, Crotalus adamantius, it totally works. That's totally fine. That's totally good. But the only problem with that is, like, sometimes you'll get one that's more dominant and he will take over and he will get more food. You know, at least lizards, they will get to the food quicker. They will just demolish the food. So, I don't know. Sometimes other snakes that you would never think would eat each other will. I've seen a video and pictures of a corn snake eating a king cobra. Yeah, you heard me right. Baby corn snake eating a baby king cobra. Some things just aren't documented well. Keeping snakes together can be a horrible thing, but at the same time, you can do it with success if done right. Big enough enclosure, enough visual barriers, you can do well. But anyway, Rami Lawrence, yet again, sorry if I'm getting your name wrong. Have you ever worked with any Aussie elapids? Those are Australian elapids. So like your taipans and red-bellied black snakes. Really, any venomous snake from Australia is an elapid. No, I have not. Besides, like I said, the Papuan Taipan is one that I've worked with, but that's from an island. It's not like the mainland locality. Although you could argue that they are a lot like coastal Taipans, they're not. So unfortunately, no. I have pondered getting inlands. I've pondered getting Colette snakes. That's just not something that's in the budget right now. I have other focuses. These are not snakes that are going endangered or anything right now. They're doing relatively well, to the best of my knowledge. There are people working with them. Nick from Wicked Wildlife, good friend of mine over in Australia, he can get them a lot easier than I can because he lives over there. So therefore, you know, I'll just kind of leave that up to them. I'll keep my focus mainly on American vipers and some African cobras just for fun, because that's the type of snakes I like working with, although they don't really have any conservation benefit or anything right now. Like, they're all doing quite well too, for the most part. But go ahead and move on. John Buckle, I do believe is how you pronounce it. Have you ever worked or owned a Mamba? I do believe. Yeah, have you ever owned or worked with a Mamba? Yes. I have videos up of my East African greens. I have the really old, they're really crappy videos, but they are up. I have videos up of my Jameson's Mambas. I have neither one right now. I don't have any Mamba species. I had a pair of black Mambas, 9-foot female, 5-foot male, back in the day. I no longer have those either. Yeah, I would really like to get a black Mamba here real soon. I've made that evident. If you want to help me, you could always buy some of my Venom Man merch. Not going to try to plug that every video, just throwing that out there, that I would love to bring one to the channel. I just haven't yet. Okay, I do not exist. This is a new subscriber. Pretty awesome person. Always asking me great questions. Thank you for that. Has quite a few questions. I'll go through them relatively quick. How did you get into reptiles? I was 4 years old. For my birthday, my mom bought me a turtle. Yet again, she cared for it mostly because I was 4. I really couldn't, but that really struck a chord. Like, that really got me interested. I had been asking for one as far as probably when I learned how to talk. I'm like, Mom, I want a turtle. She got me one. That's awesome. But that really struck my interest. I kept reptiles up until, well, I've never not had a reptile from the age of 4 till now. I've always had something. At the age of like 7, I seen the Steve Irwin show, you know, the Crocodile Hunter, 7, 8, maybe 9. I think it was like 7. And it finally let me know that I'm not the only person out there that loves reptiles. That really, I'm like, wow, this guy likes reptiles as much as me. This is awesome. Because up until that point, you know, my mom didn't like snakes. My grandma didn't like reptiles. My grandpa's a little nervous around reptiles. Everybody I'd ever met didn't like reptiles. So I thought I was just a weirdo. So the Crocodile Hunter, Steve Irwin, really let me know that I wasn't alone, that I wasn't the only one obsessed. Thank you for that, Steve and family. That just really helped me out. But anyway, do I have any pets besides reptiles and insects? No. I mean, I have crabs in a fish tank, but I don't have anything else. Main reason, I'm allergic to pretty much everything with hair. If you see me playing with a bobcat or a mountain lion or something at somebody's facility or catching a wolf, I've done all these things at zoos and stuff, I am on a lot of Benadryl. I'm on enough Benadryl, I am sleepy. Like, I'm just loading up on the Benadryl to counteract the allergic reaction. So I would love to have a dog. I would love to have a cat. I'd love to have pretty much anything, but I can't. I even have to watch, you know, feeding rabbits or feeding rodents even. The only animal I've ever came in contact that I didn't have allergic reaction to was a possum. I don't know why. Maybe it's a marsupial thing. I've never hugged a kangaroo to find this out, but I have messed with Brazilian possums. I say opossums because there's an O there. Just like Island, Island, whatever. Tomato. But I have messed with the Brazilian possums, and I do have a reaction to those too. So kind of a downer, but that's the main reason I keep reptiles. Not really. Kept reptiles way before I became allergic to anything. So another question, do you have Antivenom on hand? Short answer to that is no, but I do have a lot of friends that do have Antivenom on hand. So therefore, these are the guys that are going to be driving me to the hospital if I do get bit. So if I need the Antivenom, it's there. I do not have it in my refrigerator if you check. Now, there are certain species that I work with that do not have an Antivenom. For those species, you know, those are ones I just are really mindful of or really careful of. You know, these are some species that are actually commonly kept, which isn't real great, but like the squamagers, all the little variable bush vipers, they don't have an Antivenom. Now, you can use like saw scale viper Antivenom, works. It just doesn't work as well as if there was actually a squam Antivenom. But, if you're forced to give up all your reptiles in your current collection, it could only keep one. What one would you keep? I have no idea. That is a deep question. I don't know. I like them all a lot. There's a couple that I would get rid of above others. I would thin down on my spitting cobras just because I'm so tired of getting spit on. It's just a reoccurring problem. But I don't know. I'm not sure. I really like the Bothrops. I really like the Bushmasters. I love the crocodiles that you haven't seen in a while. I'll get back to that. This guy is awesome. I'd hate to have to get rid of you, even though you're kind of a grump sometimes. But anyway, that's all I'm going to answer for tonight. That's all I do believe I have. Yeah, I don't have anything else. So if you guys have some questions, leave them down in the comments. I might answer them there, or I might do another one of these videos. If this video gets like, I don't know, 150, 200 likes, something like that, next Sunday I'll do another video just like this. And we can keep doing this as long as you guys are watching and enjoying. You know, I don't want to waste my time if no one really cares about this kind of video. If you love this kind of video, I mean, you've been here this long, so make sure you leave a comment to ask me more questions. There's a couple questions I didn't get to, but I will work on getting to those. Make sure if you ever see a Gila monster in the wild or in captivity to not hold it like I hold this guy. I've been working with these a long time. I would just hate to hear about one of my subscribers getting bit because they do something stupid like I do. So anyway, thank you so much for checking out this video. I'll have another video up tomorrow night. Make sure you show your friends and like and subscribe. Thank you.